Hey, this is Ellie from Magic Beans, and in this video, I'm going to be bringing you the best baby carriers of 2018. I'm so excited about that. I have an expert with me. I have Laura from Ergobaby, and in fact, Ergobaby is sponsoring this video. If you're not familiar with Ergobaby, they're an amazing baby carrier company, and they have strollers, and they have nursing pillows, and they have all these other wonderful products for baby. And we're gonna break down not only Ergo carriers, but some of our other favorite carriers. Very well balanced review as all of our videos in Magic Beans videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you need to subscribe to Magic Beans videos. You can subscribe below. And if you have any questions about baby carrying or any other baby product, you gotta go to mbeans.com/questions and ask us your questions. You can just leave a comment below. We would love you to leave your comments. We answer all the comments, or you can give us a call. Speak to one of our baby wearing experts at 617-383-8259. And remember, all of the baby carriers that you see in this video are available from us from Magic Beans with free shipping. So here you go, the best baby carriers of 2018. Laura, I'm so excited to be here with you, talking about all these carriers, these best carriers of 2018. These are the carriers that are pretty popular right now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think these are definitely in the top few, and they all have really great features. I think that really offer a little bit of something for everyone.
Cool. So what's the first carrier you want to talk about?
So the first carrier we're going to talk about is the newest carrier from Ergobaby. This is the Omni in the Cool Air Mesh. And one of the fantastic features of it is that you are not required to have an infant insert. If you've owned an Ergo before, there's no secondary piece for a newborn. And what you're able to do is easily adjust the width or the base of the carrier to allow for a newborn.
You can have the baby facing in, facing out, on the back, and a hip too?
That is
right?
correct. You can have baby in every position, which we know most parents want right now is just flexibility, right? To be able to position the baby how they need to. And one other fantastic feature is then to easily switch from forward facing in to forward facing out. All you have to do is slide it forward to create that narrow base for facing out. So you can look at for what age baby you have or what size baby. There we go.
Great. So I'm just going to take this and put this like that.
So it clicks on, and it does have a lower back support piece for that additional support that you may need, and it does pull both ways to be able to adjust it to the center of your back, which is really fantastic.
Cool.
So next step would be to make sure you have that nice little pocket or that place for baby's bottom to go, and you'd grab your baby. And you can go ahead and just pop baby's bottom in the pocket of the carrier.
Okay, it's in the pocket, really nice.
Yeah, so you just want to make sure that baby's bottom is nice and deep in there, and then you're going to put your straps on one at a time. And another different feature is that you have the buckles on the side here, which means you can easily loosen and tighten to be able to reach back and clip your chest button.
And so where'd the head of the baby supposed to go?
So the one nice thing is what I recommend is to paint that body or move the body of the carrier up onto the baby where you'd like it, and then put your straps on. And so what you want to do is make sure that the baby's high enough on your body that you can kiss the top of their head and that their face is visible.
Awesome, great. And then I'm going to buckle it on the back.
And so when we see baby here, I think to myself, baby is probably a little bit low. For the facing in position, we're going to want to make sure that these sliders are all the way out. So what we'll do is we'll boost the baby up, and we likely need to tighten our waist down a bit. So what we'll do is make sure baby's arms are in, and then we're going to lift the baby all the way up to the right height, and then tighten down on our waist. We also have some excess or looseness here, so we're going to want to make sure that we tighten our straps as well. So these just pull back. So they're right here on the front, which makes them really easy to reach.
Great. That's super comfortable.
Super comfortable.
I like it.
I think this will be a really great flexible option that will really work for most families from the moment baby is born all the way through till they're done wearing.
Awesome, great. So the next carrier is the BabyBjorn 1 carrier. Now this one is the one that goes, again, front, out, and back. The other BabyBjorn carriers are just front carriers. So a lot of people like this carrier because it has the flexibility to put the baby on your back as well. But let's see how it works, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So similar to what we just showed with the Ergobaby, we're going to be placing it on our waist, and then we're going to actually be ducking into the carrier, which I think is really neat.
Okay,
and
cool.
Actually makes it really straightforward for
Great.
a lot of new parents. You can duck through it if you're similar to putting on a t-shirt, which is really handy, and
Yeah.
I think is very intuitive to many, to put the carrier on like a t-shirt and then secure the waist. It actually has a really unique hook that stays put, and you can easily pull both ways to tighten. So that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, cool, great. Now, so there is a little heart, like a seat inside
it's
this.
basically like a pocket that you can pop the baby right in, which I think is, when you're getting started with carriers, it's a really fantastic introduction to being able to just put the baby in and go.
Cool.
So you're going to be unclipping or squeezing these clips, which is really unique to BabyBjorn.
So that's nice and open now.
Nice and open, and then you put your baby.
Here's my baby. I'm gonna put the baby. Obviously, you don't hold the baby like this, but like we'll.
And we also don't leave the baby unattended on a table.
We'd never do that.
Yeah.
No.
Guide the baby's legs through, which is really convenient that you know exactly where the baby goes.
Great.
And then you just really slide the clips back
Clip
in.
one. So the clip is like very sort of kind of easy to do.
Exactly. It also does fold down, so when you're ready and baby is old enough to face out, and what we're looking for is that complete head and neck control, and baby fitting well in the carrier to be able to face out. So for some babies that's at the 4-month mark, and for others it's at the 6-month mark.
Okay.
It really is more about developmental stages than it is about a set age or weight. So this is really a fantastic overall carrier to really be able to do all those multiple positions, and to also last you for a period of time.
And so what are the advantages in general? So both the Ergo Omni 360, the mesh, and this one, it's more of a structured carrier. So what's the advantage of having a carrier like this?
I think the ability to just slip it on over your head and pop the baby in is really intuitive for some. Same for this. If you've ever hiked or used hiking backpacks where you just clip it and you're able to put it on and clip behind you, I think that really what it comes down to is fit for your body. So come on down to Magic Bean store, try them on, and see which one is really naturally easier for you to use and fits you the best.
Cool. All right, next we have this Cybex Yema carrier. And it has this like really fancy looking like leatherette. It's a very fancy looking carrier.
It's beautiful, it really is.
And it's a Moby type of a carrier that is designed in a very like sort of European fashion forward way. And the thing I like about this is that me and my wife, we'd go back and forth with our children, and there aren't any like buckles that you have to like rebuckle.
One of the great things about Moby's or Asian style carriers as well is that they fit petite bodies very well, for those who feel a little overwhelmed by a lot of padding in a buckle carrier, but they also fit plus bodies really well, and you can go between two wears really easily, and you don't have to leave it on a particular buckle setting. So you're going to affix the waist first.
And then we'll put it through the safety thing here.
It's a little rubber band called a safety catch.
And now I'm going to turn this thing
And you
around.
can swirl it around.
Swirl it. Cool.
And then here's where it really differs. You're going to see you have longer straps, but what this allows you to do is get a really neat, snug custom fit.
Cool.
So you'd actually be grabbing your baby now. This does adjust incrementally at the waist as well, so it will grow with your baby.
Okay, so I'll put this over here. It's a little hood.
I like to do one strap at a time, so you can have it lay nice and flat on your shoulder.
Okay.
And then you can switch hands and reach back and grab. So you're gonna have a secondary hand on the baby, reach back, and you're just gonna pull it across your back. You just wanna make sure you're really pulling that slack out of it.
Okay, slack's out of it, great.
And then you're gonna switch hands and do the second shoulder strap. Nice and flat on that shoulder. So you're gonna pull downward and then around to get that slack out.
Cool.
So then what you're gonna do is you have a couple of options. You can tie under the baby's bottom, or if you have excess, you can tie behind you. So what that looks like is you can go either over or under, Cybex says, baby's legs, and if you have this excess, you can tuck back under legs and tie a knot in the back. Basically what you're doing is an X under the baby's bottom.
And tie in the back.
This is a really excellent carrier for breastfeeding, also for feeding on the go. This is one of my husband's favorite style of carriers because he just found it way more intuitive than all the buckles.
The next carrier is newer.
New to the market, and I'm really excited about it. And when we say new, really the last year or so, but that is definitely new in terms of the players that we have here on the table, and I'm really excited for this. It's called XOXO, and there is a reason for it. It's because to hold the baby, all we need to do is create an X on the front and an X on our back. It has a lot of the best of both worlds of a buckle carrier as well as a wrap. So it's really neat, and this is dad designed. It does forward face and it does back carry as well.
Awesome. So I'm gonna put this on like the other ones, just...
Yeah, it buckles around the waist, so you're gonna flip it so that the label is up against you, and then you just clip it. Make sure that it's snug. And one nice part is you can move the waist up higher if you need to for a newborn. It's really very flexible. So you can see there's 2 panels that come down. So what we're gonna do is put the baby on our body and then pull that first panel up.
All right, so I'm gonna take the baby. I'm gonna take this right here.
And the fabric is what allows it to be flexible for both a newborn all the way on up, is because you're creating a custom seat for the baby.
Custom seat, over, turn it around, hold this tight, then take the other one. Like you said, I'm gonna create that X in the back, right?
And the flatter and straighter it is across your back, the better the distribution of weight. Either not under baby's bottom, or just like we did with the Yema, you can duck under legs and tie in the back.
Tie in the back, great. Double knot on the back.
Double knot. What's really nice too is you can easily untie and drop baby into breastfeeding position as well.
And super comfortable, just the weight's really evenly distributed. Do you recommend like bunching up or?
So you can, or another option is you can flip shoulders, so you can have the option of a really nice clean capped shoulder.
Oh, cool. So in my experience, I think it's really good for parents to sometimes have like a clippy one and also like a non-clippy one.
Really, carriers are like shoes, and so you're likely gonna need more than one, and they're gonna serve some slightly different purposes, and they're gonna feel different on the body. So a wrap or a wrap hybrid like the Baby Catan can be a really great option for wearing your baby around the house, for travel.
So the Baby Catan, it looks like this. 2 loops. And what we find with our customers at Magic Beans is that you want to skew smaller than you think, because you want it to be a nice tight carrier. So if you're like a small person, you wear an extra small. If you're a large, you wear a medium, etc.
So this little loop that contains the 2 big loops is actually going to go on your back and serve as an anchor point. So what you're going to do is put it over your head, kind of like a scarf, like a circle scarf. And what's really neat is you then have 2 pretty obvious loops. We created an X here, and you're gonna go ahead and put your arms through, and that X is where baby's gonna sit. I like to put baby up on my shoulder like I'm gonna burp the baby, and then you're gonna go ahead and guide. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna guide one leg and then shift weight and guide the second leg, and then you're gonna go ahead and spread those out. And what we're looking for is support from the back of the baby's knee to the back of the baby's second knee. Another nice feature is that just like the carrier we just showed, you have lots of options with your shoulders. You can spread it out, which is really good for the distribution of weight. You can also take the inside edge and flip it outwards. But what we want to be able to do is see the baby's face. So we want to make sure that baby's face is nice and visible. You do have a 3rd layer or a seat belt. This is required, guys. I often see them being worn around without this. But basically it's like a little cummerbund, and all it does is go across the baby's body, and you tie it in a knot in the back.
Double knot?
Double knot, please. Yeah, and these are also a really great price point, so I really recommend these for when you're just getting started with your wearing journey.
Okay, so let's talk about a Moby wrap.
Yes, it has actually been one of the most favorite carriers, I think, for the last at least 10 plus years. And they actually have this new blend. This is the Evolution. It actually is a bamboo blend, and it is so soft and light and thin. This is actually really a personal favorite. I wore my new baby in this and just absolutely loved it. And it gets quite hot in Southern California, and we did great. So I understand that this can look a little bit intimidating because of the length of the fabric, but I promise you will get this down really quick if you just practice a few times. So we're gonna start with the center of the wrap, or the middle marker. It's really neat. The new Moby wraps actually have like a neat little stamp instead of a tag, so you have nothing to rub on the baby, and that tells you where to start it up on your chest area.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, similar concept to what we just talked about, is we're gonna be creating an X on our back. So you're gonna be reaching around and handing one side to the other side, and you're gonna go up and over your shoulder. Great.
Okay, great.
So we're gonna go ahead and ball it up, and we're going to stuff it through our horizontal pass or our little seat belt. And then what we're gonna do is make sure we're still staying tight because it's gonna stretch to fit the baby. We're gonna create a cross and then tie off in the back, right? So what you're able to do is move this down and you see your X here, and so you're just gonna go ahead and lower baby into the cross.
Okay. Up my...
I like to boost on my shoulder, like burp position. Seems pretty natural for most because you're able to have the stability of your body. You can either start to spread now
or afterwards.
Perfect. Okay. That actually looks great. And we're going to go ahead and take this, the first layer that we did that has the stamp or the middle marker, and we're going to go ahead and tuck baby's feet through, and that's going to come up and over us to secure the baby. So this is, I often call this my seat belt, but it is your third layer. And just for fun, I like to take the last little bit and even tuck it a little bit, and that gives me a little bit of a seat. And tuck it. Yeah, tuck it. Yeah. That feels good.
Oh, it feels really good.
Yeah, it should
super secure.
Yeah, should feel snug. You should move as one unit. If you feel that the baby is getting away from, exactly, because that is how baby builds muscles, is through movement. And so we want to make sure that we are moving fluidly with the baby and the baby feels snug and secure to our body. It is really a fantastic option as a carrier to start with your newborn. It does not face out and it does not back carry, so keep that in mind. But when I'm sitting around the house with a newborn and I want to be snuggly, this is even my choice.
Cool. Thank you so much, Laura. This was so much fun. So there you have it, the best baby carriers of 2018. We have the Ergo Omni Cool Mesh Carrier. We have the BabyBjorn 1 carrier, the Cybex Yema carrier, the XOXO baby carrier, the Baby Katan carrier, and the Moby wrap. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more videos like these, please subscribe to Magic Beans videos today. And remember, if you have any questions, go to mbeans.com/questions, leave a comment below or give us a call. And finally, go to mbeans.com right now and enter one of our giveaways. See you soon.